Last night, we had one of the most violent nights in our city. We cannot continue to kill each other. We will not have it. We will not tolerate it. There must be peace in our streets.
Yeah. On the scene for another edition of Rob Lee here, sitting with the cast of When Does It Stop? I got it right this time.
Yes, you did.
All right. So we're going to go around the room, let everybody introduce themselves. Please speak loudly because we kind of open.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I guess we'll start with you and just work our way around.
Okay, cool. I don't want to set my phone right here, but it's trying to fall on the little skeleton. Okay. Not that hard.
She done knocked my oil off, my cannabis oil, messing with my skull. Then put it in the middle of the shot. Put the phone in the middle of the shot. See, boy, only on the scene.
Okay, hey everybody, my name is Celeste Burton. I play Camille, Terrence's sister on When Does It Stop?
Hey everybody, my name is Xavier. I play Eric, one of the main characters in When Does It Stop?
My name Keontae Smith. I don't know if the camera look at y'all. But I play Terrence, one of the main four boys as well. Camille, little brother. Yeah.
I'm the real Parchment. I play Drew, the thug, hothead. That's me.
My name is Janelle Palmieri. I play Ronnie, one of the four main guys.
All right. Now that we got that out the way, y'all know who everybody is. So give me some background on what the inspiration was for this project.
The inspiration for this project was actually my son. My son, Andre James Francis Jr., has started a production company called Beast Productions. And he was doing like a lot of filming here in Chicago with the music videos and things like that. And he became very popular. And so he wanted to move into like the movie industry. And I was like, you know what, I got this idea that I wanted to do. And so we decided, we was going to go ahead and move forward with it. But tragedy hit and my son passed away. And so after deep depression, I had went into depression for like an entire year. I swear I didn't even think I was going to make it. I finally came to myself with the help of my husband. And I just decided, you know what, let me just go ahead and do this in remembrance of my son, and so that's what I did. And I hit up, the writer, and I said, hey, listen, I want to do this movie, do this, this is how I want the scene to go, this, and so it came alive. And when it came alive, it was time for casting. And that's how we found the four boys.
Now, let's take me through this.
I'm sorry, four young men. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get up out of that. That's how we got with the four young men.
Okay. Now take me through your casting process. Like what stood out about these gentlemen that made you be like, okay.
Okay, so me and the writer, we were sitting down and I did the casting call on Facebook, and I hit up a couple of people too. Actually, Keontae, him and I have the same agent. So before I even hit up the young lady to help me write it, me and Keontae had like Motivation Mondays with our agent, and I went to him and was like, listen, I want you in my family. And I don't know how he felt. I don't know if he thought I was like playing or I don't know, but I went up to him and I told him that, and I kept in communication with him, and he stayed with me. He stuck with it, and then I called Xavier. I actually used to work with Xavier's dad. Xavier's dad is a promoter here in Chicago. He's really big, and I worked with him for many years. And so me and Xavier, we would work on like out of town projects together, and so that's how he came into the mix. Actually, Janelle was actually supposed to have been one of the killers in the movie. he was supposed to be, and then I was like, you know what? I think he'll be better for Ronnie, and so that's how we got him. And then Darrell, actually the writer, she actually recommended Darrell, and he was perfect. When I seen him, I was like, oh yeah, we gotta get him.
No.
And that's how we got the four characters.
He played the shit out of a killer.
Man, I'm still like,
well, I ain't gonna lie, y'all grabbed my attention. The first thing I saw on the trailer was gunshots and bloodshed. I was like, hey, what's this? What is this? What have been some of the the harder things about creating an independent film. You know, in the city, we got a lot of people working on a lot of different things, and I know myself, we run into all types of problems, be it switching editors or, you know, funding. Like, what are some of the things you've gone through trying to put together an independent project?
Lord.
Where do I begin?
It was really hard. I mean, Jesus. First of all, I'm an actress. So I never in a million years thought that my idea was actually even going to come true. Let's just get that out the way. I ain't even going to sit here and lie to you. But when we decided to go ahead and continue with the film, what I found most challenging was finding a production company. Jesus, it was really, really hard trying to find a production company because you had like so many people emailing me. I had put up a post on Facebook. Everybody like, oh, I got it. I could do it. But then when I looked at their work, I was like, no, you ain't got it. No.
She got 72 emails from two niggas in the
like,
camera.
No. And then when I did find a production company, we had one set price, right? That was for everything, editing, everything, filming. And then all of a sudden, 4 or 5 days before we started filming, then they said, oh, you know what? Instead of you paying me $3,500, you need to give us $4,800. And I was like, for what? Oh, because I need to produce this, so I need to get my cut. Nobody asked you to produce this. We can do that ourselves. Then he was like, okay, well, the editing, we're going to charge you an additional $800 for editing. I was like, but you said that was the money that was in the first amount. You know what? No, it's okay.
So they just misquoted from the beginning.
Yeah, from the beginning. No, it's okay. We'll go somebody else. Darrell was actually starting trucking school or starting, and then we had some characters. One was going to the Navy. One was going to go back to college. It was like, oh my God, I only had a couple of days left, and I'm like, we have to film it because if we don't, we have to wait again. We got to do this a whole nother year. So
no, I fully understand. That's why I asked, because I know with 773. We kept running into, you know, we had a couple of cast members be killed like the day after we finished shooting. So rest in peace, Lil Ron.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry to hear that.
I mean, we were too. It was just wild how it happened. You know what I'm saying? So we had to recast that role. People get sick. People move. We had one cat. He was like, he just upped and moved and became a fireman in Atlanta. So it was like, oh, great. What are we supposed to do with your character now? All right, we got to figure out how to write this out. So after a while, it was just like, look. Let's take what we got, package it, and use that to get more. Now, is that something you looking towards doing? As far as, because I heard you say you was trying to get the second one.
Yeah, the second one is going to be a little bit harder because I want the second one to be a bigger cast. It's going to be a bigger cast. The way that I wrote it is going to be a twist to it, and I'm bringing in more characters, and so I need a bigger production company, and the most important thing, I need a hospital, because that's most of the scenes that's in When Does It Stop Part 2.
Okay. Hospital?
Yeah.
A lot of people sound like they
look like it's some of your work, the results of some of your work, sir.
Niggas under.
Let's just say, never say never. And what you do to others will always come back to you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Sound like he didn't even know that.
You think you can do this to me?
It seems like you guys get along. Like, what are some of the best memories from filming that you guys have? Like, did you guys become friends after that?
Time out.
Y'all,
when we first met, before we even knew, I didn't know none of them.
Okay.
So on the walk up, I'm like, man, this nigga with the dreads. I'm like, no, what if he gets to talking? What if he gets to talking crazy? I'm about to stick it. But nah. I mean, I ain't know them, but you know, being around them a certain amount of time, you build that relationship that make you comfortable enough to do what you need to do in the scene and stuff. But right now, we all cool. We can go out, have fun, kick, drink. Just don't step on these white G faces.
Yeah, I can say for me it was the filming part. Now that was fun. I did a little audition before in high school, but actually putting together a movie, and when I first met them, it was like in sync right then and there. Then once we got our roles and characters, it really was in sync. He had to put on the character. He had to put on the character. I had to put on the character. So
Yeah.
it was the filming.
Speaking of which, what was the hardest part about becoming your character? Was there a lot of deviation? Like what was the hardest part?
No, for me it wasn't hard. It came right to me. Like,
Yeah. My role came pretty natural too, cause I played like the guy that like the wanna be funny guy, so I want to be funny in real life.
Like I got the joke, so it was easy for me.
So yeah.
For me, I mean, it wasn't hard, but it wasn't easy either. So it was like, I see people that be trying to, I be around tough niggas and stuff all the time. Like growing up, I'm always around niggas that's trying to prove something. So I'm like, maybe I'm just emulate how he was trying to be and do it to the best of my ability. So that's how I did. It was easy for me.
Yeah, like I definitely, to piggyback off what he said, it definitely, I wasn't even gonna say easy, but it was just like the movie in itself, the script, the plot, it was relatable. So like I basically just gotta put myself in, you feel me, other people's shoes that I know. And like as far as like connecting with them, I already knew him right there. So I actually kind of like brought him into this. And so with Celeste okay and permission, you know, she cast him in. I already knew him. I already knew like he cool, he gonna work, he gonna do what he's supposed to do. So I put him on basically, you feel me, like I ain't really want nobody else to, you know, get this role that wasn't gonna take it serious and put that work in. So although me and him was already cool, I still wanted somebody that was gonna put that work in. So I knew he was gonna do that off the jump. And as far as the real and X, like just on set, like man, they became like, I look at them like brothers now. I don't even look at them like just castmates. I look at them as like brothers.
That's what's up. Because
I don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
But one more other thing though, when we was filming, we got into the characters. One character that did was the real. He had to tune into like acting tough. I remember that certain things he say. We was like, nah man, you gotta do it like this. It was that, now that was fun. That was funny too.
It was like
certain scenes we couldn't take him serious because he was trying to be serious and rob the stove.
Once we like cut, I'll be like, you sure this your first time acting? Like ain't no way you just off the rip like that, but it was fun. But like I think the toughest part about my role was like having to like the scene, it's a scene in there where somebody passed away and we had to like, you know what I'm saying, like watch our homie pass away. Fortunately I never experienced that. So it's like I had to find a way to like, man, like, what am I supposed to do right here? But that was probably like the toughest part.
That was one of the toughest scenes. When he died,
Him.
You need to ask him how he had to play that part because he died. Like that's one of the saddest scenes in the movie.
All the people.
It's okay. No, that makes them want to see it.
You didn't hear me say somebody?
I'm sorry.
Look, I'm just
That man died.
when we drop on
I
TV.
I damn near cried in real life. I was gonna cry in real life how they made that part scene.
Yeah, that scene right there, that was tough, but came out.
Man, a lot of people cry.
well, I mean that's good.
Yeah,
That's good. I mean you.
We are coming to you live from the corner of 79th Street in South Kedzie, right here in Chicago, where a shooting was captured on Facebook Live.
I said street niggas to heaven and church niggas to hell. And if a nigga had a problem, I spot him, I got him.
Have you ever heard you live by the gun, you die by the gun?
So instead of y'all trying to teach me how to live my own life, let me make my own decisions. Cause y'all clearly ain't make the best decision y'all damn self.
I keep telling you, your friend's gonna get you wrapped up into some bullshit you're not gonna be able to get out of.
I'm old enough to make my own decisions, okay? I don't need you to keep talking to me like you my mama.
The reaction was, I heard y'all talking to a lot of y'all about family. Like, what has been the reaction from the family about the film? Like, I know you got some mamas that's like, oh my baby, and then you know what I'm saying.
I had like mostly my whole family there, so there was some scenes where, you know, they was conflicted. It was this a bunch of emotions watching me on the big screen, all my family. So it definitely was a big reaction. But overall, they all love it. But you know, them certain scenes in the movie, your grandma be like, I ain't know you was doing that and that. So yeah, it was definitely a lot of reactions, but it was all just positive though across the board. So they love it. I'm just waiting for everybody else to see it.
That's what's up.
My mama wasn't supportive at all from my role. Nah,
she didn't want to see you portrayed that way.
She probably, I don't think she wanted to see me on TV at all. But she didn't really like the role that I played. She heard about it. She didn't even get to see it because she lived in Mississippi. But
okay,
she heard about it. She like, nah, I'm not supporting you. I'm like,
my mama went from, oh, that's my baby, to, oh, they just shot my.
Mama, it's just a movie.
Yeah, I'm like, would you be quiet in this theater? Everybody was supportive, though, so it's cool.
Yeah, everybody was supportive with me too. Majority of my family was in tears though. That was hard, especially my daughter. She was traumatized for like 2 days with that. Daddy, you're not gonna die again, is you?
oh man.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard for the young ones to process what they see on TV, especially if it's you. Right. So, what about you?
My family was okay with it. I mean, I was just being me. Keontae, you know, in the movie was acting like my son, so
I saw in the trailer you was snapping on the like.
I was just acting like
the vein coming out of her neck. She was mad. Sheesh. So what has changed for you guys since the premiere? Since people have seen it, and now have y'all been getting those random calls from people that you ain't talked to in 3-4 years?
Well, me personally, I landed a role in the upcoming film with Keontae again. So yeah, I came from that. A director came to the second premiere. He was like, "Yeah, I want to holler at you." And I was like, "Okay." He's like, "This is gonna be your audition. I'm gonna talk to you afterwards." He was like, "Yeah, you got it."
That's what's up.
Okay, cool.
That's what happens.
Yeah, I just think it's more of, you know, just more support and just more people just want to know who we are now that, you feel me, we just had this big premiere and everybody sharing it. It's just people just steady wondering like what's next, or like what they got going on type of thing. So I definitely been getting some calls like, man, bro, send me some bread. Will you do that? It ain't no money.
Right.
It ain't no money, bro.
The money calls start coming like, well, you know.
Yeah, that's how you know you doing something, man. That's how you know you doing something, man. But it's definitely just been a lot of love, though. A lot of love, a lot of more opportunities. So that's what it's all about.
That's what's up.
I've been getting a lot of, what's up, celebrity boy?
That's the one right there.
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of that, especially from around the job too.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I don't think that I'm getting enough recognition because they haven't actually seen the movie.
Yeah.
I think once they see the movie, that's when they really gonna blow up. I think that's when the opportunities are really gonna come. But again, it's not sitting well with me.
It's not well in her spirit.
It's not sitting well with me to give a distribution company our project that we worked hard on for them. They ain't never even seen the movie, but they want to cut off the movie. And it ain't even about the money, but it's like they holding out their hands. All we want is just exposure. Netflix ain't even got a bag. They can put it up for a month. I'll be cool with that, and not get a dime. I don't even care. That is just the exposure that I want them to get. But the distribution company, that middle person that's coming in saying, "Oh yeah, we can do this. We can put it on here. We can do this, but we want this." Nah, that ain't sitting well with me. Nah.
Well, there you have that. That's you got the who, what, when, why, and how on that. Give me some background as far as who are you outside of film? Who what?
I sell drugs.
Well, me, I'm just like the character. I'm laid back, cool. You know, basically, as Chicago say, staying out the way.
True.
You know, other than that, ain't no knucklehead, but you know, I see the everyday Chicago life. I done adapted to that a long time ago. So I'm really just my character, my exact character.
Yeah, I definitely got to piggyback on him, cause like even in the movie, like Terrence, like he not really a bad kid. He just kind of like follow behind who he think that who he want to be like. But like, well, nah, like outside of like acting though, like you ain't gonna catch me doing nothing but working and in the crib or just like having fun. Like I ain't, you feel me? I ain't in the streets, nothing like that. So like. Really, like, it's hard to say, like, what I'm doing outside of acting, because, you feel me, that's what my passion is, so I'm always doing that. But, like, if I'm not, then you gonna catch me working or just, you feel me, being around, family love and stuff like that. Just chill.
Unfortunately for them, I'm actually in these streets. No, I was just playing. Outside of acting, I'm me, Darrell, low key, chilling, trying to figure out how to get rich. I drive trucks for a living. I'm really trying to step in that field and see what that's about. Like, far as owning like trucks and stuff. But whatever come first. I mean, if I blow up off acting, and I get rich off acting, then that's cool. If I get rich off, grinding it up there, then that's cool too. But me, I'm just laid back chilling at all times, and I love to be around my family and my friends.
You say you drive trucks? I thought you had a mixtape from the drop or something.
The mixtape dropped November 13th.
So piggyback on what Keontae said, outside of acting, I'm still acting. Cause I play all day, so that's all I do. I don't think I take nothing serious, and that's probably like one of my biggest problems. Like I try to see like the good in every situation. Like even if it's at the worst, I like it ain't that serious, y'all. Like what? Like so I be like, I don't know. I probably gotta take stuff more serious, but I'm just a playful person. Outside of everything, play with you all day.
Nothing wrong with that. Now I always ask actors when they come on the show, what is the role you fear the most? Like, because you have different, you might be called on to be a pedophile priest or a serial killer or, like what role do you fear the most? Where's your line?
But right now, I can't do nothing going against my
The views and opinions expressed by this guy are not those of On the Scene or its sponsors. Continue.
Yeah, I can't play no role going against my sexuality.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I don't care how much you paying, what's on the table, I can't do it.
I cannot play being in a horror movie. I will never, ever do a horror. Oh no, I would freak out.
It's a movie though.
I do not care. I do not.
It's gonna be
no
too real for me,
circumstances
goddamn.
doing
What he said.
So the sexuality thing is where the line is drawn.
I think that's probably the biggest thing. And even for me, I ain't gonna lie. If they tell me I gotta do something on the road, I'm coming with my own guidelines. It's not no flamboyant. It's not no kissing. It's not no hugging. It's not no nudity. So you might as well not give me the role, because at that point it's like, you feel me, I ain't doing nothing of the sort, you feel me. But other than that, I don't really think I got no like role that's like scary for me, because I want to be in horror, action movies. I want to do all that.
Yeah.
So if they offered you $50 million.
50 million do what?
Play that gay role.
Do not hit me when I say strict guidelines. 100 million.
So we gonna need a stand-in for that one.
Already.
You could say you finna give me 200 mil, lead the road, Netflix. Alright, that's cool, but what I'm finna have to do for all that? Oh yeah, we need you to take. Yeah, I'm cool. You can give it to him.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, cause
You gotta stand for something.
I got like another short film I'm in where I play a pastor.
Okay.
So it's like, how am I gonna play a pastor? Like, I'm gonna go up there and try to speak the word. I don't even know the word.
Hey, you better go do some case studies.
I have. I've
Go
been
to church.
Yeah, I've been going to church and everything, like really trying to study that role. So.
Speaking of pastor, what type of pastor are you playing? Are you playing like Pimp Daddy Preacher?
Nah, I play
or you playing
Serious pastor?
Yeah, I play actually I play the pastor's son, which is like finna transition to him. So I just
Okay.
Oh, he passing it down to you?
Yeah. But I play. It's like I don't know because my wife was killed. No, not my wife. My wife's friend was killed. So they trying to like put it on me, but it wasn't me because she thought me and her was having sex.
Yeah, we gonna see it when it comes out. We ain't gonna give you too much of it.
You involved with all that, Pastor?
Yeah. And I'm not involved with it though. I'm being set up, but
okay.
He's like, which way is up?
What are some of the things that you want to do once, let's say, if and when the movie blows up? What are some of the other opportunities? That's what I said. If and when we manifest things on this show. So, what are some of the other endeavors that you guys would like to dabble in?
I wanna, for some reason, I wanna play a doctor.
Okay.
Because I don't know. I mean, acting tough and stuff is cool, but I want to play where I know I got to say some big words, some words that people really don't know. You know what I'm saying? Come off sincere. You feel? I want to be that. You know, I'm sorry, but son, just
we gotta take your colonoscopy out.
You know, that's some big stuff. I want to play a role like that because I feel like black actors don't get casted for doctor roles. Like
It's funny you say that. On one of the last episodes on the scene, actually last week, I was sitting with Pat Brambert and we were talking about typecasting. Because I feel like I get typecast. I play the hood player nigga. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I can get my brain gumble on. You know what I'm saying? I can do something else. And he said that he feels typecasted as well. He's a white guy, but he feels like he gets typecasted in police roles. Oddly enough, he was just on PD this week. And nurses or doctors. And I told him, like, you do look like you wear scrubs though. Do you feel like you being typecasted, even though the journey is like just starting?
No, I don't want to.
You don't want to be typecast.
Yeah, I don't want to be. Yeah, that's why I want to play like different type of roles, like now. I don't want to play the same role
and put yourself in that box.
I was watching what's it called with Nick Cannon? Love Don't Cost a Thing. So I want to play like one of those roles, but I want to play a role where it's like instead of me getting popular and turning on my friends, like make all the popular people do what we doing. You know, so like we stay like.
Oh, you talking about like the nerd?
Yeah, I want to play like the nerd role. See if I can do that. I can pull that off.
Pull it off. You got to cut your dreads though.
Now, something else I always ask: give me your top 5 movies.
Oh, Men's to Society, Boys in the Hood, Paid in Full, New Jack City, and I gotta go. I know it's gonna be off. I don't care, but The Temptations.
Okay, boom. My top 5.
Go ahead.
My top 5: Equalizer.
Ooh.
Strong pick.
Friday. I gotta go with The Day After Tomorrow. I gotta put Training Day in there.
You really like Denzel?
Yeah. and Wolf of Wall Street.
So me personally, I'll say like this top 5. I got a lot of favorite movies, but this right now top 5. I gotta say Crooklyn, cause that was not too many young people know about Crooklyn.
Classic.
I love Crooklyn. The Wiz. I grew up on that. Not the Wizard of Oz.
The Wiz. What we grew up on, cause there is a difference.
The Wiz. I gotta say Juice. I gotta say Juice number 3. For my last 2, honestly, I gotta give it to Tom Hanks and Forrest Gump.
Okay.
Like that's a classic to me. And then for that last one, man, I gotta say Bad Boys for me.
Bad Boys. I know that Bad Boys on your list.
I know yo.
I
can say for my top 5, one is Friday. Show Above the Rim.
Oh yeah.
Out of Time. Denzel Washington. Man, I like a lot of movies. I know one of them, Little Rascals. I can say.
For sure. Little Rascals.
BMF movie it's a toss up. I mean, I like all mobster movies too. Anything mobster.
I know. Paid in Full is my first and Paid in Full.
Mitch.
All 3 of the Fridays. Anything with 50 Cent in it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All the Bad Boys and Lion King.
Lion King.
Yeah, Lion King. That's
I like Lion King
original?
too.
yeah. No,
Cartoon version?
Yeah, the cartoon
Yeah,
version.
the original.
I ain't trying to see that extra stuff they did. The original, that's the one.
Now, because we were doing a lot of talking about BMF, the Power Book series, stuff like that. Out of any of those projects, which one do you feel like, if you got the chance, you would be able to kill a role on that show?
Raising Canaan.
Raising Canaan for you?
Yeah.
I say
Power.
BMF for sure.
Yeah, I want to see Tariq in that Power Book Ghost too.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Yeah, I'm waiting on the second season.
I transferred to the school coming from Chicago or something, get a tour of him or something, I definitely see myself on Power.
Has anybody auditioned for Force yet? Shout out to Joseph Sikora, Tommy. They've been filming in Chicago for his, he getting a spinoff too, and it's based in Chicago. Shout out to Joseph Sikora, also a Columbia alumni. You know what I'm saying? City native.
And Big Mike is
Big Mike.
on, and Big Mike.
Big Mike
yeah.
finna be on there.
Right.
So
shout out to Big Mike.
Mike.
Dope. Well, I thank y'all for chopping it up with me. We got gifts for everybody, as usual.
Love gifts.
Listen, now, we got here. No. Keep. Okay.
I know I want to be in the BMF because I'm like the star of a show called Infamous Ones on Team on YouTube right now. I catch every Sunday.
Shout out to Infamous Ones.
Every Sunday, Infamous Ones.
So I play like a big drug lord in that. So I feel like the BMF role, I'll be able to just transition right into that. It's real smooth. Go on there and act like I'm tough, man.
And I'm playing his high-head little brother on Infamous Ones. So.
I want to play in a movie with Tasha Smith. I want to go back and forth with her. That's what I want to do. The one that was on Why Did I Get There? Everything with her and her husband always into it. I want to go back and forth
She
with her.
cried too much in her movies.
I want to go back and forth
A
with her.
little trivia, she directed the first episode of BMF.
She did.
BMF wrong. I don't care what nobody says.
There was a very poignant discussion on BMF before we started rolling people, and most of the room likes it except for one person.
Me.
So
I am not a big, huge fan of BMF. I am not. That's just me. Okay? Listen, y'all like stuff like Godfather and things. I'm not. I'm like into
4 out of your top 5
stuff.
movies was some of the most gangster movies
but
out of
those
everybody
was
that said that was
Those
talking.
were real gangster movies.
You can't tell me
Real
BMF ain't real.
good gangster movies.
You can't tell me that.
Yeah, that's why I like watching stuff that's authentic. I feel like BMF is
Like it's
authentic.
literally
They
loosely
did their
based on a
homework.
true story.
They did their homework.
Nope.
It's wrong to me.
You can't win them all. You know what I'm saying? You can't win them all. But
But shout out to the actors.
absolutely.
Shout out to the
Absolutely.
opportunities. I want them to go bigger and big and go way beyond BMF. I want them to, but I just don't personally like the show. That's just me.
I don't think
50
you
Cent, listen,
50,
it's
you
nothing
can't win 'em
personal.
all.
If you see this don't
Feel
not
like-
want to cast me.
Niggas like that, I was gonna
please still
drop
consider her for
the
future
vibe.
roles.
Listen,
That's what
I
she's saying.
love Kanan. I love Raising Kanan though.
Yeah,
Kanan. I
Kanan.
love Kanan. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, put me on that show. Put me on that one.
Can't give me Tariq vibes back on Power.
I mean, yeah, it was dope how they did it. They went back and showed you how Kanan became Kanan and how basically he was just like Tariq. It shows you the connection between even with like him and Jukebox, and the fact that he when they grew up he killed Jukebox for Tariq.
That's crazy.
And to see how close they were when they were growing up, it was like wow.
And that's why I feel like that's one of the best, first and foremost, I don't feel like nothing gonna ever top the original.
Original, yeah.
Ain't nothing gonna top
Nothing
that.
ever gonna top that. But I feel like why I like Raising Kanan so much because if you watch the first season already, Kanan, to be honest, ain't even hit like his prime and like his evilness and like his strength. This just showing him how he, evolved from a kid, a 10, and then, as most seasons go on, it's gonna show that. I just like how, it tell his backstory and it just build from there. And a lot of people at first didn't like the show because they felt it was going slow. But me personally, I just knew that they were just pacing it along for the bigger picture, which was cool. So that's why I think I like Kanan more. And I like everything 90s, like that whole era and vibe. So
Well, we're
that
going to
definitely
talk about
dope.
that, and we need to talk about The Wire, because The Wire was phenomenal.
The Wire
And
ain't nothing.
Sons
topping
of
The Wire. That's a
Anarchy.
class.
Sons of Anarchy was off the chain.
Sons of Anarchy was
That
good.
was the dopest show in the world.
Okay.
Y'all sleep. Riverdale was good too.
I never seen it.
Riverdale.
Right, I ain't never heard that.
Exactly. Put y'all on. Go to Netflix and the Ozarks.
Y'all don't watch Snowfall?
Ozarks.
Snowfall is the shit.
Bro, the Ozarks,
Snowfall
bro.
is the shit.
Can't wait for
Snowfall.
Snowfall.
Now,
Bro, the Ozarks.
now that John Singleton, God bless the dead, now that he done passed away, I'm really interested in seeing how the show is gonna progress now.
Snowfall,
You know what I'm
definitely
saying?
legit.
But when you change
You don't watch Snowfall?
directors and originators of the show,
Yeah, but
dice.
he had that like before the fourth season. So like when the fourth season come out, he wasn't involved in that at all. So it was still one of their biggest things, which I definitely applaud, and definitely Franklin. Like he said it himself, like he was so close with John Singleton, he made sure that everything kind of stayed the same, so that it wouldn't be different. And like when Snowfall came out, I kept up with like the first season, and I had stopped watching. I'll be watching so many different shows. I actually stopped. So one day before the last season I had just came out, I was like, you know what? I'm just finna binge watch it, catch up before new season come on. And I regret that I didn't keep up with it, because when I binge watched it, man, I was like, man, look.
But see,
Snowfall got it.
sometimes I will miss a show on purpose just so I can binge watch it. Because if it's really good, I'm gonna get mad that I gotta wait another week to see the next episode. You know what I'm saying? But
I got a question. Have any of y'all ever seen Blacklist?
I heard it. I ain't checked it out yet.
That's one of the best shows on Netflix. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, the Ozarks is the best show on Netflix.
I never seen watch Black Mirror.
those Squid Games.
Squid
Oh,
Games.
Man,
Man,
like
that
talking
was
about that. I ain't been able to get into it. I'm
Really?
trying.
I'm sitting over there with
I'm
them.
trying.
Well, how far did you get?
First episode, I couldn't
Oh,
get
see,
past.
no. You got to get past that first episode. When you get past that first episode, you not gonna regret it. I'm telling you.
Trash.
About clickbait.
What? Clickbait? I haven't
That's
seen
trash
it.
too.
I haven't seen it. But I,
How y'all watch the Squid Games? Y'all ain't the Ozarks, bro.
Ozark, yeah,
I know
for
what you're
sure.
talking about.
Oh, I'm gonna say.
All these interviews I do with all these actors, I have yet to hear one of my favorite movies be mentioned by anybody. Blue Hill Avenue.
Blue Hill
Oh,
Avenue.
man.
God, I can.
That,
You
I
know
love
what's
that
crazy?
movie,
I
though.
actually
I love
just
that movie, though.
was talking about that movie 2 days.
Yeah, like
That's
Simon
that's
E-Bone and Money. Like, come
That's
on,
a
Tristan.
real classic to me.
Damn, like 2 days ago.
That's
I love
crazy.
that movie, man.
Blue Hill Avenue.
Blue Hill Avenue.
You only gave us 5 choices, so I had to.
That's
bring
true.
out my top
Yeah,
five.
yeah, yeah.
That's
Slice it
whole
down,
time
you know.
though. Whole time though.
That's
I could put that
definitely
in my top.
What's
5.
your favorite like genre movies? I like End of the World. End of the World. type of-
End of the
I go
World?
straight to thrillers. Straight to thriller.
Thriller
Deep
End of the
action.
World.
I'm an action
I do.
movie guy. I love action movies, especially
I like funny action, like Bad Boys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All Kevin Hart,
Rush
and
Hour.
The Rock,
Uh-huh.
Rush Hour.
I like thriller. Shit that
Yeah.
I like zombie movies.
How you like
I like zombie movies
with your
too.
arm
I don't want to
over
be
your
in
head?
it, but I love
I like
it.
zombie movies too.
I
I love zombie
movies.
movies.
I will watch zombie movies in different language.
So
I
you,
swear to God.
so you seen I think it's called Warm Bodies.
Me, warm bodies.
It's a zombie
She
movie.
one
It
of them
sounds
people-
funny, but
She
it's,
one of them
it's a-
people
it's a
that like
good
to
zombie
eat
movie, though.
cheeseburgers but don't want to kill the cow herself.
Oh man.
Right.
I don't want to kill
See?
them.
See? But man, thank y'all for chopping it up. We gotta have y'all back. Let the people know again when they can see.
Oh, y'all can see When Does It Stop November the 14th. It's either going to be on Facebook or
Officially.
YouTube. It's only going to be on there for 24 to 48 hours until we can determine which platform it's going to go on.
Say that one more time. Say that one more time. So they know.
Hold on. 14th is either going to be on
gifts for
Facebook
everybody.
or YouTube.
Okay.
It's only going to be available 24 to 48 hours.
So if you don't see it then, you're going to have to wait till it drop on TV. For real.
Who has the medium?
Everybody.
Everybody had a medium?
I had a small.
You had a small. All right, that's medium. That's medium. We're going to cut all this part out.
The shorty up the pipe.
Medium, so this got to be you.
You talking about they broke in his house? No, I'm talking about.
All right.
We talking about.
There you go, fellas.
Appreciate you.
Gentlemen.
Here you go, son.
Appreciate it.
My good
Appreciate y'all stopping through.
Appreciate y'all for having us.
Appreciate y'all.
As always, it's been a blast on another edition of On the Scene. It's Rob Lee. We'll see y'all when you watch the next one because it's on demand.
On the scene.
Peace.
Pull up on me.
So promise me something. If you ever see a gun, you won't ever touch it.
Please, put the gun down slowly for mommy.